What if the Commanders were about to make three moves that could redefine not just the next season, but the future of the franchise? Have you ever heard of quiet restarts that explode when you least expect them? In Washington, things are heating up behind the scenes. A new offensive mind on the rise. A battle that could heat up on special teams. And a possible bombshell move that would put the entire NFL on high alert. It all starts with a little talked about name, Dillon Gabriel. A quarterback who shined on college fields, stacking up records and wins. 155 touchdowns, over 18,000 passing yards, a career that spanned UCF, Oklahoma, and Oregon. Even so, the label is cruel, too short, weak arm, not NFL material. But what if Adam Peters saw beyond the obvious? What if Washington bet on this talent as an emergency third QB, a raw diamond to be polished in the hands of Cliff Kingsbury? It wouldn't be the first time an unexpected gamble changed a team's destiny. Meanwhile, the battle between the uprights promises to be fierce. The unexpected release of Matt Gay by the Colts lit a spark in Washington. A kicker with nearly 86% accuracy on FGs, over 96% on extra points, and a solid history, now free on the market. On the other side, Zane Gonzalez, who surprised with solid performances after 2 years out of the league. But is he ready to hold on to the job with someone like Gay on his heels? Peters, known for his surgical coldness, has shown he's not attached to names. He wants results. And on the field, there's only room for one. But the real earthquake could come from where no one expects, Pittsburgh. A cryptic post by TJ Watt, 2 fingers up, no caption, sparks speculation. Peace. Farewell. Just trolling? Doesn't matter. What matters is that if there's any opening, the Commanders have the perfect combo. Cap space, draft capital, and a coach hungry for a new defensive leader. TJ, what would be the perfect alpha for Dan Quinn's defense? The piece that could turn a good unit into an elite one. 3 possibilities. 3 pass. 1 goal, to turn the Commanders from a promise into a powerhouse. And you, passionate fan, what do you think of these moves? Does Dillon Gabriel deserve a shot? Would Matt Gay put real pressure on Gonzalez? And TJ Watt, is he worth the investment? If you like this content and want to follow every step of this new era in Washington, subscribe now to our channel Commanders Fan News Today and turn on notifications. There's a lot coming, and you won't want to miss it. While decisions are being drawn up in the silence of the front office, one thing is clear: Adam Peters is playing chess while others are still learning checkers. The year 2025 is no longer about waiting for progress. It's about going all in, building a winning identity, and not being afraid to make bold moves, even if they look risky on paper. The bet on Dillon Gabriel, for instance, wouldn't just be an attempt to strengthen the QB room. It would be a statement that Washington is willing to think outside the box, to give space to talents discarded for not fitting the traditional mold. And if there's a team capable of developing Gabriel in the right system, it's the one led by Dan Quinn and Cliff Kingsbury. On special teams, the potential arrival of Matt Gay raises the bar. It's not just about bringing in another kicker, it's about instilling a culture of competition in every area. Zane Gonzalez knows this. He's been resilient, delivered on the field when called upon, but now faces his toughest test, holding on to the starting job against a veteran with better stats in nearly every category. And then there's the shadow of TJ Watt. A name like his doesn't pop up every day, not even as a rumor. But in today's NFL world, a simple photo without a caption can be the prelude to a storm. Just imagine Watt in a Commander's jersey, leading a revamped defensive line, being the anchor of an aggressive, fast, title-hungry unit. He and Quinn together could create one of the scariest front sevens in the league. Yes, the cost would be high, but the return, immeasurable. The truth is, the NFL may have its eyes on other franchises, but something special is happening in Washington. And maybe a few months from now, when we look back, we'll realize it all started here. With silent decisions, with underrated rumors, with bets nobody believed in. But the Commanders believed. And if you also believe this could be the start of a new era, then subscribe now to Commanders Fan News Today. Hit the bell and come along with us on this journey. Because if there's one thing this fan base deserves, it's to be in the know before anyone else. As a Commanders fan, I can't hide it. I'm excited about what might be unfolding behind the scenes. The feeling is different. For the first time in a long while, it feels like we have a plan. A real plan. Not just putting out fires or betting everything on a questionable name, but building something solid, strategic, bold. And I'll be honest with you, I'd love to see Dylan Gabriel get a chance with us. Because sometimes, all a guy needs to shine in the NFL is a system that believes in him. Gabriel has intelligence, experience, and a style of play that could fit perfectly with a modern offense we're trying to build alongside Kingsbury. He doesn't need to be the hero right now, but he might be the hidden ace we didn't even know we had. Now about Matt Gay. Man, competition is everything. And seeing Peters consider bringing in a guy of this caliber to compete with Gonzalez shows that no one has a guaranteed seat on the roster. That's big-time team culture. And even though I like what Gonzalez did, I, as a fan, want the best on the field. If Gay is in better shape, let him win the job. It will only elevate the level of the entire team. But what really stirs my fan heart is the idea of seeing TJ Watt wearing our jersey. Man, just imagine him leading Dan Quinn's defense, setting FedEx Field on fire with every snap. It would be insane. It's the kind of move that separates the teams who dream from the ones who win. Sure, it would be expensive, but if it's to take the franchise to the next level, bring it on. Commanders fans are tired of just being spectators. We want to be contenders. And that's the truth. This is Washington's moment. This is the time to make noise. Doesn't matter if the rumors seem unlikely, if the names are dismissed by others. What matters is that the team is moving. And I, as a fan, am more confident than ever. And that's what excites me the most, the shift in mentality. For years, we saw the team betting on empty promises, poorly thought-out choices, and strategies that always seemed one step behind the rest of the league. But now, with Adam Peters leading the decisions and Dan Quinn commanding the locker room, you can feel something has changed in this franchise's DNA. We're no longer just trying to survive, we're trying to win. For real. These moves, even if they're still in the realm of rumors or speculation, show that the Commanders are alert, aggressive, and hungry for something bigger. And as a fan, it's impossible not to get swept up in that energy. Just imagine a creative and fast offense with Jaden Daniels and Dylan Gabriel developing his game behind the scenes. A kicker battle that raises the team's precision and confidence. And a defense with TJ Watt as its emotional and physical leader. A beast on the field. A presence that changes games, sets the pace, and demands respect. It would be the kind of scenario that transforms a franchise into a real threat in the NFC. And you know what's best? None of it sounds impossible. Because for the first time in a long time, Commanders have the right pieces in the right place. A general manager with vision, a coach with identity, and a roster with potential in several positions. All that's left is to pull the right triggers. And we, the fans, are here. Anxious, hopeful, more than that, ready. So if you also believe Washington is about to turn the page and write a new chapter, leave your like, comment your thoughts on these possible moves, and subscribe now to the Commanders Fan News Today channel. Here we follow everything firsthand, with the passion of those who wear these colors with pride. Because if there's one thing this fan base deserves, it's to dream big again. And this time, the dream feels more real than ever.